A very good morning, everyone. This is Tanish. Let's look at the morning news with Market Pulse by Tradia. The headline for today is that the COVID 19 variant in India, the B1617, cited as variant of concern by WHO. The UN Health Agency said that the B1617 variant of COVID 19 was first found in India last October, seemed to be transmitting more easily than the original version of the virus, and might possibly have some increased resistance to vaccine protections. This does not seem to be a really good news for our country. Now let's look at some of the breaking news. The world news. US authorizes the Pfizer for COVID-19 vaccine for children aged 12 to 15. This is a significant step in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic and going back to normalcy. US State Department approves potential sale of AEGIS combat system to Canada. The deal is valued at $1.7 billion. Oil gains after cyber attack forces shutdown of US fuel pipelines. China marks separator from Nepal on Everest. The decision was taken to avoid possible COVID-19 infections by climbers who might be diagnosed with the virus. Now let's look at the domestic news. Shanti Gears informs partial disruption in Tamil Nadu factories due to lockdown imposed. Irish drug regulator clears Lupin Pune unit after virtual inspection. Government rules out possibility of free food grains to migrants this time. SEBI comes out with disclosure requirements under BRSR. Reliance affiliates buy 3/4 of KG-D6 gas volumes. Dabur enters pain relief spray market with Dabur Rehmatil spray. SITI Networks announced infrastructure sharing with Hinduja's hits platform NXT Digital. BioNTech plans to set up a regional headquarters and build a new manufacturing site for its vaccines based on messenger RNA technology in Singapore. Federal Bank ties up with Marshak Bank to offer instant money transfers from UAE to India. Castoram Industries to raise rupees 500 to 600 crore in equity to reduce high-cost debt. PNB to raise equity capital from share sale, sets floor price at rupees 35.51. BMC is seeking permissions to import COVID vaccines, says the Commissioner Iqbal Singh Chahal. Bharat Pay plans to disburse rupees 14,000 crore in business loans by March 2023. JMC projects net profit of rupees 41.4 crore versus rupees 54 crore loss, declares rupees 0.70 per share as final dividend. Chambal Fertilizers net profit up 126% to rupees 4,447 crores, declares rupees 4.5 per share as final dividend. Now let's look at some of the world markets. SGX, as you can see that most of the world markets are negative, as we can see it in the red color. SGX Nifty is down by 1.46%. Kospi is down by 1.55%. Hang Seng is down by 2.31%. Nikkei 225 is down by 2.64%. S&P 500 is down by 1.04%. And Nasdaq is down by 2.55%. There has been no increase or decrease in the prices of gold, and the ratio of USD to INR has increased by 0.11%. Now let's look at some of the data releases. The German ZEW economic sentiment, which was previously rated at 70.7, is currently forecasted at 71. The USD JOLTS job opening, which was previously rated at 7.367 million, is now forecasted at 7.5 million. The Q1 earning releases are BASF India, First Source Solution, Godrej Consumer Products, Granules India, KEC International, Linde India, and Siemens. Now, I would like to invite our head of research, Mr. Amit, to talk to us about markets. Mr. Amit, please.
Thank you, Tanishq. So we'll just start with Sensex today. Sensex yesterday closed around 49,524 levels, roughly about 0.6% up. As we can see, our trend channel is in full swing right now. We can see some divergence on the moving averages. The MACD currently shows some bearishness to come in very soon into the markets. We can expect that from the direction of the Ichimoku cloud as well. If things remain in the same pattern, we should reach 50,000 levels very soon. Let's now look at Nifty. Nifty has already crossed a particular channel mid area, so that now acts as a support level for the Nifty. If we see a break here, it might go down up till roughly about 14,727 levels. On the upside, we can see the Nifty hit around 15,200 levels before having a stop somewhere around 15,000 levels. Let's now look at Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty again has a similar very decent enough technical channel. We should be able to go long at the current levels. The entire channel is placed somewhere around 32,900 levels. So if we go long with a target of, let's say, 34,300 levels with a stop loss of somewhere around 32,400 levels, that should be a pretty decent play around. Let's now look at Nifty IT. Nifty IT, again, we can see that long-term trend line has been in the play. On the downside, the Ichimoku cloud is now going to support the upside move that we have seen in the Nifty IT. We can also see a formation of a flag and pole pattern. So if you can just see this particular area would now act as a trend channel, a very small trend channel with the flag pole around this area. So if this particular trend channel was to break out, we would see the entire length, the height of the flagpole be played out as the next target. So that would be a pretty decent play again in the Nifty IT. We expect this to happen somewhere when the market is very close to the cloud levels. Let's now look at CNX Auto, that is Nifty Auto levels. Nifty Auto again has a very similar move as just like all the other indices. We have a trend channel play out. We had a previous trend channel which was on the downside. Currently, an upside trend channel is being played out. This particular trend channel again should see a support or resistance around 10,000 levels, which is what we had been expecting previously as well. Let's now look at Nifty Pharma. Nifty Pharma has now broken our previous all-time high. It's now at a further higher level. This could be a slight fake breakout, and we could see it come down again. Especially the MACD has been showing some bearish pressures, so we should come down to the trend channel levels, which are somewhere around 13,800. So from there, we could again see a bounce back onto the higher side for forming a proper trend channel, right? So now let's look at CNX Energy, which is Nifty Energy. On Nifty Energy, we see again a trend channel being formed. It's been the case with all the indices over and over again. This current trend channel is trying to now test the resistance around the channel mid, which is somewhere around 18,578 levels. Although we closed above, it would take time to understand whether this was a successful closure or not. We would need one more closing above this particular level to judge that the next target would be achieved in this case. Rather than if we close above this particular target, above this particular level, above this 18,590 level, today as well. We could see the index go up till 18,958 or other 19,000 levels. So that is one thing which should be a pretty decent play around. Let's now look at finally Nifty FMCG. On the Nifty FMCG, we had been on the downturn move, but somehow that has been now broken. On the upside, we have a very small trend being played out. This could or could not sustain in the long run. However, if it comes somewhere near 34,000 levels, we should be able to go long at these levels. Those are extremely lucrative levels to buy at, with a target of somewhere around 35,000 and a stop loss of 33,500. So that's it from our technical desk today. Over to you, Atharva.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amit. I'm sure that your insights will be very helpful to everyone. Again, whatever we are doing is only for educational purposes. We are not SEBI registered, so please do your own research before investing. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. With this, we sign off. We hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone.